Alright, so as part of phase 3, I'm putting the dual phase style builder as well as the split blade style builder into the OS6 library. And there's actually a lot of additions to this. I think I counted through, there's probably several thousand new combinations you can do, plus all the customization. And there's going to be several new setup options. So right now I've got my dual phase blade setup. And this is meant to be similar to the Pull to the Darkness, which is probably one of my original favorite styles. So Pull to the Darkness, the original one, way back, OS1, I think, it would start with an audio flicker in blue, and then it would go to unstable red. I've now got this set up on a rotoscope in blue. And now this one's set up for color change. So this uses the color change direct define, and then when you do color change, it's going to switch back and forth between modes. So this one's in a blue rotoscope. When I do color change, it's going to have it's going to do a slow fade into the unstable red, and you can actually change what transitions you want to use too now. So let me do the color change, and it'll slowly fade into the unstable red. And with the color change version, you can go back and forth. So you can have it, be in the blue or be in the red. And you can also obviously change. You're going to be able to choose which styles you use as well as which colors. So you're not stuck with just a single rotoscope to unstable. You can mix and match thousands of combos. And then, like I said, with the click to change one, you can go back and forth. So now I'll go back to blue. There's also a new one which uses the force effect instead of color change. So if you wanted to have that, you could also set it up to run when you do the force effect, it would go back and forth. But there's so many combinations, I can't possibly show them all, but let me do another one. So now, this style, starts out as I think this is either Unstable Rage or one of the unstable options in red. This is a Force Bleed or Force Corruption. So this one would be the bleed. So in the Legends, and I think in some of the canon, if a Jedi has a Sith crystal, they can actually use the Force to bleed the dark side out of it. And I think Ahsoka did that with her white blades. I'm forgetting. But at any rate, the Force Bleed, Force Corruption is a one-time effect for every time that the saber has been activated. What that means, this one's set up so that when I do the force effect the first time, it's going to bleed this crystal it's going to take all the dark side out of it. But then every subsequent time I do the force, it's always going to stay in the Jedi white. Now, you can also do it the other way. You can have it be a Jedi color, and then you could do the Force Corruption, and then the first time you do it, it turns to some red style. Or any color you want, but the Force Bleed, Force Corruption option is a one-time event until you reboot the blade or until you change the preset. So when I do Force this time, this has a wipe and fade, and now I've bled the crystal, and now I've got a white, this might be a rotoscope also, but now the next time I do the Force effect, it's not going to do anything. So the difference between the click to change one, which is both color change or the force change, they'll go back and forth, whereas Force Corruption or Force Bleed is a one-time effect, and then you have to either change presets, or if you reboot, obviously it'll reset it. But the idea behind there is obviously once you've bled or corrupted that crystal, that's how it's going to remain. And there's a bunch more options for dual phase. And I've combined the split blade builder because they're similar concepts. This is the split blade builder lets you take two unique styles and colors and blend them together into a single blade, with the first option being the lower half, the second option being the upper half. Now, with the OS6 library, there's actually a ton of how these get combined, the blending area in the middle, how much percentage they take up. So there's so many thousands of combinations, but this is, I think, a Death Star blast in blue with an audio flicker in red or in green at the top, and then there's obviously a blend area, and you can do so many combinations on this, get some really cool, unique looking blades. Now this one's just a straight 50-50 split with a wide blur area, and all that's in the library control options that you can do. And now this is combining two very unique styles. So this has, I think, a slow pulse on the bottom and a fast, it might be an unstable pulse at the top. and it's using, I think this is the dark orange to a gold, but this one's set up for blade angle. So if you change the blade angle, hopefully the camera will get it, it'll actually change how much of the blade is used for the top and the bottom. And there's also options for twist angle, and there's also 75-25 splits, so lots of different options, even just for how the colors and styles are blended together. But you're going to be able to take all of these combinations and make your own unique styles, and just kind of come up with some really cool combinations. There also is new mirror effects. The mirror effect versions, what they do is they let the bottom half run up, and they let you flip the top half so that it runs back down, creating similar to a vortex type effect. So you can actually set up some even cooler combinations. You could take the same style and have it run one direction up half the blade and run down the blade in the other direction. So several thousand combinations are possible now. But this will be coming with the Phase 3 launch, which I'm just about done with it. I'm just doing the final testing on it. It should be going live soon. I'll make a big announcement, but I want to tell everybody know that the dual phase, the pull to the darkness, the split blade, all that stuff is in Phase 3. So you'll be able to play with it really soon. So hope you enjoy.